announcing their earnings report, you can pretty much tell by that of how their future looks for the next year. Well, the earning reports are showing that corporations lost tons of money. Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So be prepared, the unemployment rate is fixing to increase pretty good because corporations, when they're announcing their earnings report, you can pretty much tell by that of how their future looks for the next year. Well, the earning reports are showing that corporations lost tons of money. So the quickest way for a company to cut their cost is what they'll do. They'll cut costs before they just try to make more money. Is they're going to cut employees out. And who are the employees they're going to cut out? They're going to cut out the most expensive employees they have on their payroll. And it's going to put people who are the Gen X age. Those are the people who are going to lose their jobs because they can be replaced by people who earn much less money than they do. But this is all because of all the tariffs and the policy changes when it comes to doing business in America. It has tied the hands of so many corporations of being able to increase their sales across the world because the world isn't buying. So this is another thing to just add on to the pile of what poor economic policy will do to a country. And we're getting ready to find out. Looking forward to that jobs report coming in May.
That's just stupid because they hold so much value. The people that's been there for a long time, they know how to do their job in, out, and they getting paid a lot for a reason. So to cut off the experience because they get paid more, it's a reason why they get paid more. They know what the hell they doing. So when you let those go and you're going to deal with somebody who just got there and don't know the business like that, that is like chopping down quality. And like he said, they don't care. It's a money thing. It's the numbers. It's not what the employee does. It's not that they have experience and they make the company great. It's just you make too much. So if you are a seniority employee, watch your back.
Okay, so next adventure. Yesterday I got laid off from my job. I worked at the Boeing company for 14 years on the 787 program. So I'll definitely miss
14
that
years.
as the company's doing a restructure. So I was one of the 17,000 Boeing employees that got laid off. Anyways, I'm hauling my blue car up to Western North Carolina to donate it to a family that lost everything in Hurricane Helene. The back of the truck is full of supplies. So we are on our way to Western North Carolina to drop this car off to a family that lost their entire home in the flood. So I'm gonna keep posting some videos along the way, and it'll be about a 6-hour drive headed up right now.
He's being very optimistic about a situation. 14 years you give and you're on the chopping block. Do you hear me? Ain't nobody safe. When the Great Depression, the new one, the futuristic Great Depression, it's nothing else you can call it.
The US-China trade tariff could be coming to an end in the very near future. This trade war is hurting both of our economies really bad, and it's practically a game of chicken to see who will last the longest at this point. I really hope the CCP won't come after me for this. We're already starting to see it hurt American companies like Boeing, because China just stopped accepting Boeing planes. They're literally returning them. And Nvidia, where they're restricted to sell their H20 chips to China. Until then, we are expected to see tariffs still take effect for China specifically, because they were excluded from the 90-day tariff pause. But reportedly, there has been a handful of countries nearing a trade agreement, including India, Israel, Vietnam, and Taiwan.
Boeing in the filing Monday said it had sent layoff notices to over 2,500 workers in the states of Washington, Oregon, South Carolina, and Missouri. It's part of the debt-ridden planemaker's plan to trim 17,000 jobs globally, or 10% of its workforce. Those who were let go were mostly engineers, technicians, and non-union workers, the bulk of them in Washington state, where nearly 2,200 workers received notices. Layoffs varied between sections. An engineer in Boeing Defense, Space and Security told Reuters all but 2 or 3 members of his 12-person team were let go. Another said she was the only one in her roughly 20-person team to receive a layoff notice. Both said they provide vital support for production and design engineers. The company told affected workers they will stay on Boeing's payroll until January to comply with a federal 60-day notice period rule. News of cuts in November was widely expected.
Hey, good morning to you guys.
Yep, that was just November. It's only April. So this is fresh, so they weeded out who they letting go now. And people are sharing their experience of being let go. Because now we got a bigger problem. China is halting Boeing deliveries amid trade tensions. So y'all was already having problems with money and budgeting. So you was letting people go. And now the tariffs is about to make them even worse. China saying, hold up, nope, don't want your planes. What do you mean? And we don't want it? You don't want our plane? No, we don't want it. So they're just opening up a scalp.
That's right. Bloomberg is reporting this morning that China has ordered its airlines to halt deliveries of Boeing jets and all aircraft-related parts, causing shares of the company to drop 4.6% in pre-market trading.
Drop significantly. That's what happened in the market.
That followed the announcement. This order will block about 10 747 MAX airline jets from entering Chinese fleets. China's retaliatory tariff of 125% on American goods made purchases impractical, more than doubling the cost, according to this report. Meantime, Beijing is looking for ways to assist the Chinese airlines that lease the Boeing jets. This news comes as President Trump is announcing he's considering a pause for auto tariffs. Last week, he said no such exceptions were under consideration, but he also cautioned that he will stay flexible.
I'm looking at something to help some of the car companies where they're switching to parts that were made in Canada, Mexico, and other places, and they need a little bit of time because they're going to make them here.
Boeing
Trump, people need a lot of time to get adjusted to what you got going on. The folks need time. Give them some time and some space to get it together because they shocked.
So China decided they're not going to buy our planes. They've also decided they're not going to buy our soybeans. They've also decided they're not going to buy our pork bellies. I guess, we'll end up keep buying the cheap commercial consumer goods. Because, that's the American dream, right? Is a TV in every room and...
Let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this. I'll just give you these stories so you can be aware of what's going on. Because, honey, we are in a real live what? Yes. You got to be wide awoke. Keep your eyes open. Keep them glued to what's going on out here so you are not left behind. If you want to join the team, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be a watchman and stay up to date what's going on with us, stay in the know so you're not surprised by anything. You've been seeing it coming. Join the squad. I'm Tiffany Rose. I'm out.
If you are a believer, you're born again, you are called to be a watchman or watchwoman or watch person, doesn't matter. So it means you are someone who's to behold, to look up. You're called to be one who waits on the Lord.